Hey guys, Drew here again. I got a small, just a kind of review thing, or not really a review, just kind of an overview. Just recently, my buddy Cabby, Rob, I asked him if he wanted to trade one of his RCs for one of mine, and he was like, nah, just go on ahead and take it, you know. So he gave me his RC, which is the one I wanted, and honestly I was surprised. So Rob, thank you again very much. I know it's not a big deal for you, but for me it is. This happens to be not one of my favorites, but it actually is one of the cars I've always respected. This is actually a Team Losi buggy from, I want to say around 1999. He bought it in about 2000 when he was working at the hobby shop there. So I guess it's a vintage car. They obviously don't make these anymore. The whole new design for Losi is completely different. You guys know how I feel about the house shoes, house slipper looking RC cars now. But this is actually the Team Losi XXX Dirt Spec, which was a limited edition car that came out, and it was actually based on the Team car, but they actually reduced the cost by changing some of the parts. They gave you these blue tires, which were not very good. They were actually really poor tires from what I was told. You can see he's literally worn those pins all the way down on all the sides because he's kept them on there and he's used them, and you know, I would have too, you know what I'm saying. But they came with the blue tires. They also came with blue accents on some of the parts, so like the motor cover, the front bumper, the arms. We'll get into that and when I open it up. But I guess it was a limited edition. They didn't make very many of them. They made an XXX, which is the stadium truck, the same way, and they only made a limited number of them. So I'm kind of happy to have it. I mean, I know it wasn't the greatest car, but it's really cool to me because it's a vintage car. It's got a cool vintage look. So we're gonna get to the table and we're gonna check it out. I'm gonna open it up, take a look at what Cabby's done on the inside, you know. And I've seen it run. I actually have a quick video clip somewhere of it running, and it was pretty fucking fast. I mean, he's done a couple things. So we'll get it open and take a look. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're gonna take a closer look at this Team Losi XXX Dirt Spec. Now, bear with me because I'm not really familiar with Losis, but he did a real simple paint scheme. He masked off the windows, obviously, and it says XXX Spec on there, which are the decal. I think it only came with XXX Spec decals, which is why it explains why there's almost no decals on this car. Big Boy Rob, or Big Boy Bob, you know, this on the window. We've got anodized aluminum blue shock towers, or shock bodies, and they've got the old screw-on, what do you call it? The screw-on spring compressors, whatever this. I can't remember what this is called. I can't remember. Nowadays we have the twisty ones where, you know, you can adjust it at, you know, on the fly. It's got the plastic blue socket for the turnbuckles. So I mean, I know, again, and I think originally it came with plastic turnbuckles was what he was saying, and he upgraded them to the metal ones, you know, which most people would have done anyway. It's got like metal drive shafts, or metal dog bones. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, he's got metal dog bones in there. The wing looks like when he cut the holes for the wings, he cut them too far back, so he had to trim the front of the wing so it would fit around the shock tower. And obviously it's completely torn off here. I mean, this car's probably flipped a couple times. But I got a new wing on order. I got a couple, you know, like a 5-pack of wings, because if you have a buggy like this, chances are you're gonna, you know, and it's gonna destroy a wing sooner or later. And that's a good thing, because you don't want to destroy the buggy. You want, you know, something, you know, something like this super cheap to get destroyed, not the body or, you know, something else. So we've got like 3 body pins here, one in the front and then 2 buried right behind the shock here. It's really hard to see, but they're right down here. I don't know why they did this. I don't know why they went with that design, because to me it's kind of complicated to get that out of there, and then much less get it back in. But you know, we're gonna work on it, and I'm gonna try a couple things I can do, like twist ties, you know, or another little clamp, and it'll hold the pin. So all I got to do is pull the clamp, and then the pin will come right out. And this body, we got to negotiate this out a little bit, because of the way it's actually lays in. From the back. Okay, let's pop these off first. There we go. There we go. To come back, so you can tell he did the red and then he did the black undercoat to give it a nice dark look. It's pretty cool. I would have probably, you know, I've seen this car box art and I don't like it at all. I didn't like the design or the color, this baby blue. It was like baby blue and white, and then like I said, all it had was these dirt spec decals. And again, I know like Losi Horizon and Losi, they did it to save money, you know, and so more or less not save money, but like so that they could give the consumer a more affordable car, because the team car and the Kinwald car, they were really expensive. I mean, you're talking $300-400 just for the car, empty, no motor, no electronics, no nothing. You had to put all this stuff in, and you can see here he put in a Novak speed controller, which I've used before. They're awesome speed controllers. They still work really well, and I don't know if I'm going to update that or not. He's got a newer receiver in there, and it looks like a standard Futaba servo. Yeah, it's actually because he gave me this awesome classic Futaba Magnum radio. Now I have a Magnum Junior for one of my old rally cars, which I've since switched over to a FlySky, but this is cool. It's all intact. I lost the antenna for my Magnum Junior, and it's this piece right here, this exact antenna that you cannot find anymore. And if someone has one and they're willing to part with it, if that's all they have, send it my way. I would really appreciate it. That way I could have my Magnum Junior complete. But they've got the foam, which is hard now, you know, around the plastic wheel. You've got steering trim, throttle trim. I guess there's different modes. So if you wanted to like set your car up to do certain things like on the track, depending on the track, it even has the original crystal in there for the 27 megahertz radio systems. So I might not even use that. I don't think I'm going to even use that. I mean, it's a great radio. It's awesome. It's huge. It fits in the hand pretty well. I think it even has these. It actually has removable back plating on the grip, so you can customize the grip to your hand. You know, this one actually fits my hand pretty good, so it's not bad. But that's the radio, and as you see, you can look at the car. It's a pretty complicated kit. But most of the Losis and Associateds were, and I feel like they had to be because of the nature of these cars. They weren't designed for, you know, originally they weren't designed as public consumption cars. Yes, you could buy them, but they were originally designed for race performance, you know, like so that they could be the best on the track. And Losi and Associateds and Schumachers, they were the top of the pick at the tracks. You know what I mean? When I would go and watch, these cars were always at the top of the pace. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, you'd see a Tamiya out there, but not doing so well. You know, again, Tamiya wasn't created for racetracks. They were originally created for consumers to, you know, go out and have a good time, bash around with, you know, cheap, easy replacement parts. But these things from the ground up were designed to perform. and you can see it just in the way it was set up. You know, you've got your battery center, so that, you know, you control weight distribution. You've got space for your ESC and your speed controller here. You know, and now with the new speed controllers, you're looking at like maybe half the size. Everything's like what is it, polymer and fiberglass or some shit like that. It's like a fiber polymer plastic, so it's not like ABS or resin or anything. This is a good plastic. I mean, it takes a beating, and you can see he did not play lightly with this vehicle, which is cool. I mean, it's worn, it's gnarly. He's got like chunks missing out of the front bumper. I might replace it with an aluminum one, because they made an aluminum one for this. I don't know. I might just leave it just for the character. I'm gonna clean it up. My plan is to clean it up. I've already got wings on the way. I've got some new wheels, and I'm gonna try and get some new tires, because he was running an extra set of wheels for the backs. These are Proline Road Hogs. I love these tires. I love it. They work good on loose dirt and on the pavement, which is 90% of the time what I'm going to be doing is you know, the sidewalk by my house or the baseball diamond by my house, right? So I don't need huge knobbies, although I did order some tires with knobbies just to have, you know, but he had given me these, you know, to run in the street if I wanted to, but I want to get some for the front. I don't know if they make Road Hogs for front two-wheel drive buggies. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments below. But he also gave me the original HPI foam inserts for front tires, which are really cool. They're like custom formed front foam inserts. That's really cool. And he also gave me a new set of, you know, a vintage set of Losi front wheels, you know, in white. I like the neon. I'm a fan of the neon yellow that Losi was like famous for. So I ordered neon yellow parts. So I want to decorate this. I want to repaint the body. Sorry, Caddy, but this paint job, it's time for it. You know, it wouldn't be so bad if it had decals to accent the paint job, but, and I might do that. I might just decal this up and get a new body or a replacement body that I can paint on my own. Because I'm thinking like, I don't know, I'm thinking, man, like classic Losi was like blue, white, black mixed with neon, you know, so I'm definitely liking the neon. I've always loved the neon yellow, and I'm blind as hell, so when the car goes down the road pretty far, I can see it still because of the neon. And I know that sounds silly, but you know, white and neon just stick out to me, so you know, it makes it easier for me to direct the car when it's far away from me. Otherwise I got to keep it close, you know. But we're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm gonna do a series of videos of this car and what I've done to it to change it, because to be honest, there's not a lot to do to this car. I'm gonna clean it up, which it actually looks really clean as it is. I mean, Rob, you did an awesome job keeping this car the way it is, man. It's phenomenal. I might change the servo because I want to get a waterproof servo, waterproof ESC, you know, and a waterproof receiver. Just so I could run it through the mud if I need to, or whatever. You know, if it happens to be rainy out, I can run it and I don't have to fear for it. Because the Novaks weren't waterproof. I know that for a fact. The Futaba servos originally weren't waterproof either. So, and these are plastic gears. So I want to get, you know, the waterproof electronics just to give it, you know. And I'm gonna. It's got a motor in there, tuned brush motor. So it's a sport tuned motor. I'm not sure which one it is until I pull it out because it's completely covered in there, which is fine. I have a Monster Mash motor from Trinity, original Monster Mash, and I also have a original Green Machine motor, which I might throw the Green Machine in there. I don't think I want to go brushless with this one because it is vintage and I don't want to destroy it. I want it to run good, but I think I'm going to just keep it with the 7.4 LiPo, maybe a 2S, and that other motor. And I think that's going to be the majority of the changes, you know, aside from anything that needs to be changed. And like I said, I'm going to clean her up, get new shoes on her, get her a new wing, new body. We're going to paint those up, and we're going to keep this one as it is. And I'm going to find some decals for this one. And just a couple more decals, and I think it'll be perfect, you know. I have to get some Tamiya polycarb paint remover. I ordered some paint remover, but it's acrylic and enamel, and I didn't pay attention to the description. So when you're shopping online, please pay attention to the descriptions, otherwise you get boned. So the body's pretty good. There's only a few. There's like a nick right here, which I could patch that really quick with some shoe glue and some tape. And I mean, there's a ding right here. I think that's from, I don't know, it looks like maybe something pushed out or something, I don't know. But the body's still in good condition. I mean, it's still flexible, you know. It's just dusty as hell, because like I think he actually had it, when I met him, he had it hanging on the wall in his basement, you know, which, you know, most people do. They hang their cars, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get a shelf for it, and she's gonna run, but she's gonna also be semi-shelf queen. Shocks are still phenomenal. Look at that, man. That is awesome, dude. I love these high performance vehicles, man. They're so well made. Like, you could abuse them. Granted, they're still fragile in my opinion, like the high performance cars, because like you break this steering arm, I'm probably not gonna find this steering arm, or one, you know, I have to get one kind of like it, just because this car is so old now, and I know it's only like 99, but it's still old. So this will be, you know, this will be my restoration project slash shelf queen slash, you know, tool around within the park. You know, nothing fancy, nothing too dramatic, and it's a race machine, but I want to keep it, and I want to keep it a long time. So we're gonna fix her up. We're gonna get her running again. She runs now, but I want to get it like totally like legit ready to run. You know, get her out there. Something my son can use too, you know what I mean? That's why I'm not going with a brushless system. Something he can use to, you know, really get acclimated to radio control, you know, before I get into getting him anything like super expensive or, you know, whatever. And I don't think he's into the building aspect of it like I am, but he definitely likes them. I just don't think he's into it like I am, you know, which is fine. These bodies are definitely tricky to get on. Damn, Losi, why you make it so difficult? Get in here. Go back here and boom, done. There she is. So, there it is, guys. The Losi XXX Dirt Spec limited edition RC car, RC two-wheel drive buggy from 1999. Or 98. I'm not sure, damn it. I know it was one of the two, 98 or 99. Anyway, it's been kept really good condition as far as I'm concerned. Obviously not the tires, but they were crappy tires to begin with, so it's not like he did anything worse to them. But I'm gonna see if I can get some road hogs for the front, and then I'm gonna get a whole set of pins for front and back, and we're gonna repaint or paint a new body, get it all nice and neon, and yeah, we're gonna make this thing sexy again. All right, stay tuned for other videos about this car. We're just gonna call it the Losi Resto build. So hopefully I can get more videos out to you guys soon as these parts come in. And stay tuned again, because I have a I have a very cool 1988 vintage RC car coming that I'm gonna completely restore, and I want to show you guys. It was my first RC car. If you know anything about my videos, and if you've watched any of my videos, all of my earlier videos, I talk about it, and I'll reveal it when it comes in. But my very first hobby grade RC car from 1988, I'm getting back, and I'm gonna restore it, and it's gonna be a wall hanger, shelf queen, whatever you want to call it, but it's gonna be, I have it back. So stay tuned for that. And I got more RC videos coming too. I got some other cool stuff. Thanks for watching, guys.